You're not going to eat it, are you?
My name's James Deacon, and in the last few years I've become obsessed with darts. It's all I think about. So I've had this idea. I'm going to immerse myself in the darting universe by meeting as many pros as possible. On the way, I'm going to grab as many throwing tips as I can.
Just throw it.
So that me and you other Johnny-come-latelys can look semi-decent down the pub. This is Seeing Double.
Episode 3, what do you think you've learned?
I had no idea what you were going to ask, but it was not that. I'll tell you what I've learned, consistency is key. I think if you're going to get good at darts, you have to play all the time. What I've done recently is I've joined a darts team on a Monday night. That's a whole conversation in itself about the fear and angst of walking into a room full of people that know what they're doing when you've got no clue. If you don't practice in between, oh my God. It's shocking.
Who have we got this week?
I brought these.
Are you excited?
Yeah, look. Look at this. Where do I have, is there a camera I can hold it up to?
Shall I do it so you can drive?
Yeah. Steve Beaton, the bronze Adonis. Have a look at those. I can't believe it. We've got a world champion. We've got a former world champion. Like, his accolades are unbelievable. He won the World Championships in 1996, and I watched that game back, the full thing's on YouTube. It's amazing.
Who's it against?
It's amazing, Richie Burnett. Look, I don't know a lot about him, but I've heard he was a bit of a nutter. And on stage, he's just got this demeanour where he's got this total 90s, like it's almost like a bit of a Gallagher kind of swagger, the way that he moves about, you know. I imagine he stunk of Embassy #1s and Skull Lager. Do you know what I mean? I want to talk to Steve today and just try and breathe in some of that air. Do you know what I mean? Just to feel what it was kind of like to play at that time.
Right, enough jabbering on. Before Steve turns up, we've headed to AS Pro Sports in Shefford to try out some tungsten.
When we get in here, are you going to look at some darts?
A hell of a lot of darts. Probably all kinds of weights and sizes.
In the last episode, Luke Woodhouse said the best thing to do is to come to a darts shop and try out different weights.
Yeah.
Here they've got such a massive range, so like anything from 16G right up to 38G.
What's your current?
21.5. Right, the Luke Littler's 22G loadout, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Big one.
Exactly like
Nice
the
number 2. So we'll go. I mean, look at that. They fly all right, but look at how that sits in
like,
there.
yeah, falling
it's,
out.
it's heavy.
What size are these?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so I...
Should we go again on that?
Yeah, sorry.
What is it with you and 0.5? Why do you
I
love
have
it
no
so much?
idea. Oh, why? Oh, that's all right. I'd take that.
I decided to go for the 25.5 Gs, 4 grams heavier than my usual. Probably not the best idea considering I'm about to play a world champion in a few hours' time, but YOLO! Here we go then. 2 Adonises in one room. Enjoy. Steve Beaton, I still can't believe that you've actually joined us on the podcast. Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
I did try and arrange this in a hot tub, I have to say, but it's quite a warm day and I managed to find the hottest shed in the Hertfordshire area for us to do it in instead.
We'd probably better off in some water, wouldn't we?
We definitely, yeah. So there'll be people watching this that have been into darts for a really long time, but we're drawing in people that are relatively new to darts. So if it's all right with you, we'll go back to your beginnings in the sport. Like, when did you first start playing darts?
I started playing when I was a kid. Mum wouldn't let me have a dartboard in the house, so I had to have it in the garden shed.
Yeah.
So we had it on that till I was, I don't know, 10 or 11. Then she let me have one on my bedroom door then. Yeah. So, you know, when it was raining, it was a lot better when you were indoors. And then when I got to about 15, 16, starting to leave school, you know, I was quite a tall lad, so I could get into the pubs as long as I behaved myself. And, you know, everybody was either playing pool or darts. And I wasn't one for just sitting around doing nothing, so I just like played them at darts, and obviously because I've been playing on the bedroom door, I weren't that bad, and they said, "Oh, come and join our local team." It just started off from there. Really.
So you said 10, 11 you were allowed to bring the board inside, so that's young. You started quite young, I think.
Yeah,
right?
I mean there was a whole load of holes around the dartboard on the bed. We didn't have the surrounds.
Yeah.
No. So where, you could see where the board had been on the door, if you know what I mean.
I'm probably skipping ahead, but I'm desperate to know. How and when did you get the nickname the Bronze Adonis?
Oh, it was years ago. Tony Green, bless him, he's gone now. But for the embassy, because we never started till January, we used to go away on holiday at Christmas time. You know, because the weather's always bad in England, so it was nice to get a bit of sun. And obviously, I used to catch the sun quite quickly. And so when I was on stage, I was quite brown and all that lot, and I had long hair. And he just said, "Oh, this Bronze had done a good God," you know, like. And I mean, I didn't know about it till the end of the week because, like you say, you didn't have recordings them days. You know, it was a VCR.
Yeah,
putting it in, you had to record on the TV and all that. It was nothing like the phones these days. So I didn't really realise, you know, till the end of the week what he was calling me, and it just sort of stuck from then, really. You know what I mean? And
so then, the first time someone said it to you, you'd never heard it. They're just like,
yeah, you're just joking around and things like that. But then once he starts saying it a few times, it starts catching on then, and
it stuck.
Yeah.
You were at the height of your powers, and you won the World Championships in 1996. So that's like a lifelong ambition realised, right?
Yeah.
What was it like to be the world champion?
Brilliant. You know, it was, you know, like I say, it was one of them things that I'd always dreamed as a kid, and you know, I always wanted to do. To lift that trophy was great, really. You know, and you know, luckily it was a dream come true.
Yeah. Well, I watched it. It's incredible. The whole thing's on YouTube if you didn't know. Although someone in the comments said, "Oh, the full coverage on the day was 5 hours. This is only 3," and I was like, it's probably enough for the 3-hour version. How have you seen it change in the past 20, 30 years?
Well, obviously the crowds is a big difference. That
Yeah.
they've changed it. I mean, in them days, there was a lot more. I mean, I think that held about 1,500 people in Lakeside.
Lakeside, yeah.
But what it
That's
was,
right, it's hot in there.
Lakeside. And yeah, I mean, a lot of the crowd were very like quiet when you threw, and they were a very knowledgeable crowd. And they knew what was going on. Nowadays, you see some of the Premier Leagues, they're just shouting and bawling and singing all the time, and nobody's really. But I mean, you still play all right with that.
Yeah,
I think it's harder playing when it's quiet and then somebody does shout out because you notice them even more. You know what I mean? But
well, watching that back, it seems more tense, I would say. So like when it's pin drop
does,
side,
yeah,
the tension is there. Like I'm watching you and Richie Burnett, and like I can feel the tension through the screen fully.
It probably is that way really when you think about it. When it goes quiet, you tend to hit. You know, that's right. Yeah, you put more pressure on yourself.
I saw that you announced retirement from darts this year. Is that right?
Yeah, it's going to be last year now. The Pro Tour's quite draining, really, and it's a lot of travelling and that lot. I'm 60 now, so I said at the beginning of the year that I'd love to play this year, give me tour card back. Hopefully, I'm not going to lose it this year. I might do, you never know, but it'd be nice to give the tour card back and then say, you know, thanks very much, and you know. Right,
so hand it back rather than go down the ranking. Yeah, rather than lose it. Okay, yeah. I think that sounds like such a respectful way to bow out of that.
But it would be nice. Hopefully, I'll keep it. Yeah, keep the rest of the year. Yeah.
So, is there no chance we're going to see it at the World Championships at the end of the year?
Well, I might do. I might for qualify. Yeah. So see how it goes. It'd be nice to play one more World Championship. You know.
We would absolutely love to see you there if you do it. I did have a think, right? So you were world champion in 1996. If you could make it to 2026 playing and have a 30 years anniversary, imagine the merchandise you could sell. Do you know what I mean? For 30th champion, imagine the standing ovation you'd get. So with all of this travelling and you're concentrating on playing your darts, there's an awful lot of admin involved. Like how do you manage to organise all of that?
Oh, but the wife Nanette, she's great. I mean, if it weren't for her, really, I don't think I'd have carried on so long. I mean, it's not easy when you're not at home. I'm away half the year at least, and it's great when your clothes are all done, you know, ready to be packed again. I don't know if I'll be honest, if I was on my own, I had to come home and wash everything, you know. Yeah. But yeah, she's been very supportive because, like I say, you know, if I've been away, you know, most of the year, I mean, it's amazing how many times you spend in a hotel.
Yeah,
you know,
I'll bet. Yeah,
and that's the other side of it, really. You know, I'm sick of being half the year away from home. It's quite a long time. So, yeah, she's been brilliant.
She does the merchandise as well, so you can get like your shirts are on eBay and signed merchandise
darts and things like that. Yeah,
signed darts.
Because I don't really get time to do any of it, and it's hard trying to book an exhibition as well because you have to go back and forth with people, and you know she's great at doing all that, and you know helps my job.
She sounds like a legend. Well, funnily enough, I mentioned the hot tub at the start of this. She was with you in the hot tub in the interview,
I know,
right?
I can't believe why she ain't on it more, really.
Yeah, I know. It's you and her sat in the hot tub.
Although she hates it.
Oh, does she hate that bit? Yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, fair enough. I won't ask you to recreate it. For those listening that are new to the sport, what piece of advice would you give them?
It's not a dear sport, so it's, you know,
Yes.
you haven't got to spend loads and loads of money. You can even get a second-hand dartboard.
Yeah.
And darts, you can always get second-hand sets of darts till you find a set that you want, you know, the right weight and things like that, and then go and buy a set. Yeah, and then obviously make sure you've got the distance right, the height right, and then it's just practice then.
But you don't need fancy gear. You can just measure that out, and then once you've measured the height from the ball, and then the
Put it
distance.
on your bedroom door.
You put it on your bedroom door. yeah. Didn't do you any harm, did it? What a bloke! But before I heap on too much praise, I need to batter him at 101.
Hey there, darts fans. We've stayed in the cabin for a mismatch of epic proportions. We had the 1996 World Champion. I'll say that again, World Champion. Against James Deaton, a man who barely knows which way round the dart goes. As always, Deaton to throw first. Solid start.
It's not a double start then.
Oh no.
Not ideal.
What's that leave me? That's 72 left.
I'll help you out.
What's the best route from 72?
Treble 20.
Treble 20. Yeah, of course.
Because you're not going to hit it, are you?
Wild. Deaky Dog's nervy. Beating ops for the 2-dart route. Not happening this time round.
Treble 13.
Treble 13.
Steve really helping James out with the
Okay.
numbers. Because Vorderman, he ain't. He's left himself ball. This will be the greatest moment of his life.
Oh dear!
45 left.
Another one of those for Sweet 16. Oh!
Wrong bed.
Wrong bed.
Deacon is melting a little here. To be fair, it's roasting in there.
I'd go for one of these oddies. You've got 4 oddies together at the bottom.
Go on. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's actually a much better shout. Oh my god. Okay.
Deacon's left himself double 8. Will he be back? Marker lethal.
it had to be.
Lethal.
Last one.
Another loss for Deacon. 0 from 3.
I think you were robbed there.
No.
I had no idea what it'd be like to meet a world champion. And I have to say, as far as guests go, Steve is going to take some beating. Such a down-to-earth bloke. Slightly regretting getting those heavy darts to play him, but let's be honest, I had no chance anyway. Maybe next time. Let's see. Who would you like to see on the next episode? Let us know in the comments and we'll see you next time.
Is that 97?